Greetings, everyone. Hey, how you doing? It's Matt Sella. Today, I am doing a very special podcast mini regarding some interesting news that came out of San Diego Comi-Con. Before I get into that, I am joined here with my very special friend and an astute reporter of such topics. It's Marc.
It's me. I am certified news reporters.
You're multiple reporters.
I am not dated meme at all. I am a real boy, despite sounding like a robot in that intro. Good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to have you, Marc. Recently, he brought to my attention that we got some more news regarding the upcoming, season 3 of DuckTales, or the next season?
The next season, because for some reason I've seen some reports saying it's season 2, and I feel like that's not right.
It doesn't feel right to me. Like, I believe we just came off a season. Although, wait.
Or this might be the latter half of season 2.
Yeah,
they might be. I think they did what they did with the last one, where they split it in half.
Yeah, because like the DuckTales Darkwing Duck episode they had, that was more like the mid-season finale.
Right. It's the weird hiatus in the middle of the season that's throwing me off. So yes, we are still in season 2.
Okay, so that's pretty much what we're going to be talking about here. Some images and stuff like that came up.
We got some big surprises, and guess what, Matt?
What's that?
Between what we said, I think even in the Darkwing Duck episode, and just even other times on other shows when we've talked about DuckTales, we were right. We were right, baby.
Oh, yeah, no.
We had the best ideas, and Disney stole them.
Well, some of them,
along with those pictures of Spider-Man.
Get me those pictures of Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah.
I want those pictures.
I want those pictures of Gizmo Duck.
I must know, who is Darkwing Duck? Anyway, so yeah, most of this news is going to be news to me. So I'm going to hand the floor over to Marc. Mm-hmm. Marc, why don't you let me and the viewers know, what did we learn from San Diego Comi-Con of 2019?
Just be careful. Spoilers if you really just want to be completely, in the dark and just want to appreciate the experience of finding out, the time the episodes premiere. I, for one, am just too giddy and kind of just need to get it out there and talk about it. But we have a literal slew of characters coming to us in this season of DuckTales. And some might say a whole afternoon's worth of new characters that are old characters.
No, it's true. A lot of new characters are coming back that are old.
If we look at just just first off with the poster they put out for it, which is a really cool poster. I kind of want it. Big shock, Mac.
What's that?
I don't think it was at least confirmed yet, but it looks like we have Gosling.
Oh,
her new redesign.
Yeah, I'm looking at the poster now. I'm seeing it.
She's down there in the kind of the middle left corner there.
Yeah, she's right next to Darkwing Duck.
Yeah, I'm digging it. I think it's a fun new take. I think it still very much looks like I could tell that was her, Mm-hmm. I wasn't sitting there going, oh, who could that be,
No, it's very clear.
It's very clearly Gosling. And then in the back there, we got the genie from the DuckTales movie. You see him back there by the Three Caballeros?
Yes. No, I do.
Yeah, that's cool, right?
Right on,
because his lamp is in Scrooge's garage. Because I think it's a different, or I don't know, was that then the same lamp that that character was looking for in that one episode? I'm not quite sure, because I feel like there was a tale of two lamps. Because the genie that was in the lamp from the Lost Lamp episode wasn't the same genie, because it was his ancestor, and his ancestor was not.
Yeah.
That's where the confusion's coming from.
Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
Mm-hmm. But Matt,
what's that?
Spin it! We got Baloo in here.
Oh, we do.
We got Baloo. We got the plane. We got the sky flying boomerang snowboard thing.
Yeah.
It's all cool.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing it now. I'm pulling up the poster now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you want to look along, just pull up Entertainment Weekly has these for high quality purposes.
And worst case scenario for you folks, I'm going to put the links in the description below. So if you want to check it out there, we can. Also, it looks like we got a younger Beakley.
A younger Beakley?
Bleakley or what? The hipster guy. Right next to Launchpad above the flying bear.
Oh, Marc Beaks.
Marc Beaks, yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw something in a trailer for something that hinted at that. But also, we got the cave boy back.
Yeah.
From a classic DuckTales, which is weird because we saw a skull, I think, that looked like his in Scrooge's garage, too. A lot of stuff from Scrooge's garage is coming out of this Comic-Con poster.
Oh, what the way the trailer went. Oh, actually, before we get into that, why don't you talk about the trailer that we saw?
Well, that kind of kicks the fun out of it, because the trailer didn't leak all these fun surprises. Comic-Con did, but
well, I mean, like the story it's implying.
It looks like we are getting a big team up with all the villains: Magica Dispel, Mob Beagle, Glomgold, and Marc Beaks.
Yeah, Marc Beaks.
I still don't feel Marc Beaks.
Is it because his name is also Marc?
Yeah, he's given me a bad name. It's purely a personal vendetta between me and that cartoon bird.
We'll just call him Beaks.
Beaks. And Scrooge it's going to be a real cool team up. And it looks like they're going to, I'm not sure if it's going to be just a big battle or if there even is going to be, it almost seems to kind of be a competition almost with like two teams.
Yeah, like
at
they're
least
trying
the way
to get to a treasure or something.
Yeah, at least the way the trailer had it set up. Oh, what if that's it? What if the challenge is to get the lamp?
Oh.
And then they just they've already recreated it, but what if they do the thing from the intro where Glomgold and Scrooge are climbing up the pillar?
Okay.
That could be cool. That's
yeah, that would be.
Because they've already done homage to that. I think a couple times.
I was going to ask you that. Like, yeah, didn't they kind of do something like that?
But what if they actually do it this time? I don't know. That'd be fun. But yeah, the big plot going forward is kind of what we saw in the last one. Basically, the moon people are out to get their sworn enemy, Della Duck and Earth, for what they did to them. And the most greatest threat to all of moonkind.
Oh.
Donald Duck.
As he would say, oh, phooey.
Oh, yeah. As much as I'm kind of done with and I have been for a long time, the whole we can't understand Donald joke. I did like the whole, what did he say? The leader of the aliens who's clearly got this weird vendetta with Earth.
Yeah.
It just goes on. He said death to the moon. It was just like, it works narratively, which is happy. The joke for me at this point. I finally have warmed up to the joke a little bit.
It does. And looking over the poster here, we even get a little bit of the Rescue Rangers.
Oh, Matt, you spoiled it for me. Yes, the Rescue Rangers are back. Chip and Dale. I don't think we have anything for the rest of them, but we do at least have Chip and Dale so far. Actually, out of all the characters to be redesigned, I feel like they're the closest to their, like, at least their afternoon classic. Because I mean, the afternoon design was literally just the classic design with the clothing over it. But like,
yeah, because I'm pretty zoomed up here on the image, and even looking there, I can tell that they got like a Gadget, the big guy.
Yeah, and in the poster here, I can see a Monterey Jack. I think a little.
Yeah, bit, Monterey Jack, and it looks like it was ripped straight from the original cartoon show.
Yeah, no, they look the least angular of the redesigns, I think would be said. But that might be because they're also, out of all these, they're the most, I noticed the mammal characters are the least angular compared to the bird characters when it comes to the redesigns.
Yeah, because with the beaks and the feathers.
Yeah.
You could play with that design more.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's great. But let's see. Also, well, in the poster, we do have Ludwig von Drake back. I hope he's actually going to show up in the current timeline and not just in the past. And that this isn't just because this is just the poster is a whole smattering of every character we've ever had plus new ones. So I hope it's just not he's there because he's already been in the show.
Like this is just a cast call.
Yeah, it's exactly a cast call because this has been documented. Ludwig von Drake is one of my favorite characters. Yeah, I love what Corey Burton does with his voice and everything.
But he was like killed off in the show, technically.
He hasn't been killed off. We've only ever seen him in flashbacks and heard and spoken of in the past tense. So we don't.
Well, I mean, like present day, he's not.
Yeah, present day. I don't know because I mean,
they never said
the way they've set this up. Present day, I'm pretty sure Scrooge shouldn't be alive.
Oh yeah, right. That's a good. Has some like immortality
because they're playing very literal with the whole. He was at the gold rush. He was at this and that, as opposed to kind of just letting it all just be he's old.
Right.
But the biggest, I think, I mean, if Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers wasn't the biggest surprise, because Chip and Dale do have a history of kind of being antagonistic towards Donald Duck in the classic cartoons, Chip and Dale at least. Yeah. So I can see them coming in. But we got Goofy.
Yeah.
We got Goofy in his Goof Troop design. So it's very much just how you expect Goofy. He's got the red, the orange sweater, the bow tie.
Yeah, the bow tie, the pants.
And actually, his face, it's very much not the modern, but Goof Troop was modern. The more modern, big-eyed Goofy.
Yeah,
it's very much the more Mickey Mouse redesigned Widow's Peak one that was actually used in Goof Troop, and then actually from that point kind of got discontinued because even in Goofy movie, I think he had the bigger eyes as opposed to the Widow's Peak aesthetic. If I remember correctly.
No, I think I know what you're talking about. Whereas like in the Goof Troop movie or Goofy movie, yeah, that's more like the additional iconography of Goofy throughout like Disney parks and stuff.
Yeah. So God, it's going to be, I know for a fact they got Tony and Selma back to voice Donald Duck. So I really hope Bill Farmer is just doing Goofy.
Oh, I have no doubts about that. I mean, I heard Bill Farmer is still like, okay, I can't confirm this, but I was on Twitter and I was looking at Yang Ye's Twitter account and I actually saw, and I can't confirm this, but Yang Ye said that Bill Farmer actually helped Yang Ye put his voice work and demo reel together.
That is the coolest thing because I think I have heard he does classes and stuff like that. But what a person to learn from.
So I'm pretty sure Bill Farmer is still like,
and Bill Farmer's just like if you ever see him, well, of course, yeah, he's active. He was Goofy in Kingdom Hearts 3, but I mean, like, I'm like, I don't know. Bill Farmer's just a lot of voice actors, like actual professional voice actors, to me just seem like some of the nicest, humblest people you could ever like sit down and talk to.
not to get like all topical or anything like that, but I think it's just because voice acting is a lot of fun. Like you don't have to worry about like how you dress or how you look. You just go in there and get into character,
anything and everything.
Yeah, do your voice and just have fun with it. And again, that's not going to be true with every voice actor. I'm just saying that's probably why they seem so nice, because they just have the most fun.
And here's the big one, because I believe it's Tress MacNeille, I think, who does Daisy's voice currently. Daisy Duck is in DuckTales now, finally, because I don't even remember if Daisy was. I don't think Daisy actually ever showed up in the original because Donald was off at sea.
Yeah, like they seldomly ever use Donald, and yeah, that is Daisy.
No, that was confirmed to Daisy in the Entertainment Weekly article. I love her redesign in this.
Yeah, no, it's definitely classier.
It's classier, but actually it reminds me of, if there's a 1954 Donald Duck short called Donald's Diary. And this was very much it's a very specific time period of Daisy's design. Like it didn't go very much further. It didn't, it's a very unique take on Daisy.
And when did this come out?
This was in 54.
I was going to say, because like her look has that 50s vibe.
Yes, the way her bow is and everything in her hair.
Like the blazer coat, even the shoes.
And actually, fun fact, amazing background art in that. But Donald's Diary, at least from what I can tell, set in San Francisco. Like you see the slanted streets and everything and the bridge. It's really cool to see.
Well, I bet that would be a lot of fun to paint anyway.
Oh,
especially
totally.
in that style.
Oh, you kidding me? Lombard Street in that style in the 50s with, what would we call it? Well, that's not important right now. I don't want to get into background art for something that's not technically the conversation. But yeah, like the season 2 of DuckTales, if not just going forward, DuckTales is now just the Disney afternoon at this point.
I'm really happy about that.
And I really hope it can then lead to spin-offs to redo all the other. Because, oh God, Matt, we're forgetting the best part of this.
What's that?
If Goofy, if the Goof Troop version of Goofy is in this version,
yes,
we have the chance, nay, the possibility, the technology to get Pete.
Yes.
To get Jim Cummings in there and just throwing his weight around.
I would love that.
Oh.
I mean, there's so much potential for what's going on here. And I wanted to give a shout out to another YouTuber that did a really good analysis breakdown video of the Darkwing Duck DuckTales episode. And I'm glad, because I watched his video. I wish I remember his name. I'll let people know in the comment section if I find it. But he pretty much echoed a lot of the sentiments that we said, where it really does feel like that the writers of the DuckTales show really appreciate and passionately understand like the nature of rebooting something while giving it its own fresh take, but at the same time doing justice to that material and possibly like spin off some of these things into their own shows.
Oh yeah.
Possibly creating their own Disney Afternoon shared universe or whatever it would be called. So I'm really hoping that that's what this is all opening up to.
And I mean, just in the way that they both, respect and honor and pay homage to the past for a lot of these characters, but then also do their own take on it. Like the design we have here for Daisy, for example, that's not even it's like, it's a throwback, but it's a throwback like I feel like nobody would get. They would just go, oh, they redesigned Daisy for this. Like it's the layers of depth they go to do what they do. And the reverence they have for not just DuckTales, the show, but even the comics before that. And just even for characters like Donald and others that even, before that, just their history in animation is fascinating. And quite honestly, I think it's not wrong why in so many spheres on the internet, we hear people say that DuckTales is how you properly reboot a series.
Yeah, no, for sure. Cause I mean, like I said, I think there's a lot of love that goes into this series, and I'm pretty confident that it'll definitely resonate with the new kids, but at the same time, it's like we said before, it pays homage to the old fans, whether if it's the television show, comics, what have you.
Like it's paying homage to generations worth of material while still being new and not a retread.
Yeah.
And which I think that makes it accessible, that like, especially for like now, people like us, like that we're old enough that when we watch this now, we have kids.
Yeah.
But like we can sit down with our kids, and then even our parents can sit down and be like, oh, I remember watching this with you when you were a kid. Oh, hey, I remember that version of that character from when I was a kid. Like it's bringing in it in a way, it in being so new, but so reverent, it has its own sense of like a modern timelessness to it.
Oh, minor correction to what we said before when we said about Tailspin included. That's actually not Baloo. That's Kit.
Ooh, it is?
That's the older version of Kit and Molly. I believe
Okay, I thought that was Molly there, but she looked a lot older. So
yeah,
that's
no,
interesting.
it's Kit and so I think they're like the next generation of Tailspin.
Okay.
Baloo and the other character probably like.
Because that would explain why I thought it was weird because I only have a smaller image here for me, but I was like, I find it very weird that Baloo is using the sky surfboard.
Yeah, I thought so too. And I also remember Baloo was like a gray bear.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute. Then I checked the article. It's like, oh no, Tailspin, it's Kit and Molly. So they're probably taking the mantle for.
Yeah, but Matt, they're falling out of the plane. Who's flying the plane? Big old Baloo.
Oh, that'd be a funny
Bold
Easter egg
Papa
if that was
Bear.
intention.
Oh, that would be
That'd
cool.
be intentional. It's like, oh no, you see a new character. Wait, who's flying the plane? And you see Baloo there.
Oh God, you know it's even we could be one step closer away from getting that Shere Khan bit between Shere Khan and Scrooge we were talking
I
about.
want that so much.
And you know what even better than that, Matt?
What's that?
We're just gonna keep the Jim Cummings hits coming here. We're crazy for Jim, King Louie in DuckTales.
That'd be great.
That'd be so. Oh.
I was gonna say like it'd be kind of funny if they brought in Baloo and maybe were able to convince and like hire on John Goodman to play him at least in a couple.
That'd be fun. Although I don't know who voiced him in Disney Infinity 3.0, but he
was in it.
Yeah, he was in it. He was one of the last characters, and it was kind of a weird tie-in to the Jungle Book remake. But they were like, okay, there's no way we can sell a photorealistic bear with this set. We're going to have to go with the classic one. So I'm like, yeah, classic one. But
nice.
That whoever does that does a real spot-on Phil Harris 1960s Baloo.
Oh yeah.
So if we got him, I would be perfectly
that'd be better.
fine.
That would be better.
Because whoever voiced him in Tailspin, I believe, actually has passed already, if I'm not mistaken.
I would assume so.
Because I'm pretty sure it's not the same person who voiced him in 3.0.
No, they'd probably do like the Corey Burton thing you mentioned.
Yeah, but like that's whoever did it. If you are the person who did Baloo in Disney Infinity 3.0, let us know, and also pat yourself on the back.
Yeah, no, these guys, they did a fantastic job in their presentation. It's actually kind of funny looking over the photos. Mm-hmm. It's like the same presentation style as the last one, where it's just on a Mac and they just had like a image previewer and you could see
true.
I always thought that was funny. Like if you kind of see here, it's on a Mac and they're just showing all the characters.
Yeah.
Except I think this time, no, they were colored last year.
No, yeah, they were colored because we had the Three Caballeros and we had the Western episodes and stuff.
You also had the guy in the sub.
Right.
The aquatic sea lab.
Mm-hmm. Factory.
Things like that. But yeah, no, I mean, we said before, excited about Darkwing Duck. Goslin Mallard will be returning. And we'll also be getting Taurus Bulba.
Oh, yeah.
So he'll probably be a big baddie or something. I don't know. I actually don't remember his character too much.
Really?
I think it was like a season 2 Darkwing Duck character. Or I may have missed him in the season 1. I gotta rewatch it. I have it on DVD. But yeah, no, I mean, they said here we got Daisy Duck, Goofy, and many more to come.
It's just a gift that keeps on giving. If I feel like we have to stop eventually at some point because we're just going to get into the long gushing fest we did when we had the Darkwing Duck episode on our hands here.
No, for sure. But let you all know, as DuckTale fans, I think I'm super excited to what this could mean for us in the future.
Oh, I am too. And I mean, not to shamelessly plug already, but I hope when September comes around, you guys will come back here on the channel because we're going to have, I think, a lot of fun talking about the latter half of season 2. And we want to hear what you have to say.
Oh, absolutely. I'm super psyched for it. So any closing thoughts, any other last bits of news you want to shed on us?
I honestly love this redesign of Daisy more than her like regular modern design. I don't know what it is.
It just makes her stand out more.
It does.
She doesn't. Donald Duck with a bow.
Yeah, it's not the classic cartoon trope of it's the main character, but in drag.
No, it's not. It's like they really brought out her personality and her own identity visually to make her stand out. So.
It really does. Oh God, I wonder if we could actually get her nieces in this series. Because I know they used April.
She has nieces?
Yes, it's another Hugh, Dewey, and Louie thing. Her nieces are April, May, and June. And but they're in that Three Caballeros show that was released internationally, and we assume, or I believe, is confirmed to be coming to Disney Plus. So that'd be cool because if we had them almost like square off against Huey, Dewey, and Louie, that could be interesting.
Yeah, boys versus girls club thing.
Yeah, and Webby has to choose a side.
Oh, don't do that to Webby. Oh, poor Webby.
Webby just wants friends.
She's so cool. But yeah, no, knowing how much the writers and the artists pay respects to source material, even like maybe obscure ones, hence the Daisy design, I have no doubt in my mind that if it goes well, they'll definitely introduce some element like that.
I don't know. At this point, I'm even expecting a character like the Araquan bird to show up.
Yeah, no, that's way over my head.
Oh, totally over your head.
But let me close this video out with this. And I know it's not a creative question or anything like that, but with how massively big this DuckTales universe is becoming, do you think we'll ever actually get Mickey Mouse?
You know what? Disney is really weird on using Mickey Mouse in shows that aren't where he's the star. Because there was like even the whole episode of Bonkers where Mickey was in the episode, but they wouldn't let him show him on screen or something. So he was in this dog crate the whole time.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
And I feel like they've even asked several times on DuckTales and other shows, like, can we use Mickey? And it was like, no. But at this point, especially now with maybe if it was just Chip and Dale, I would say maybe not. But I think Goofy here is a big step forward to us maybe being able to see Mickey in this show.
I think so too. I mean, like, I really don't know why Disney's being so protective over Mickey. Because I think we had this conversation multiple times before. It's like Disney seems to like really want to utilize all their IPs so much with these crazy spin-off shows, main stuff, and all that. But I always felt like they never really use Mickey Mouse that often in really anything except maybe a couple shorts, but that's about it. I mean, heck, I remember as a kid, and this is probably foolish for me to say, I always wondered, why was there never a Mickey Mouse movie?
There's been several attempts to get that to happen, and for some reason, they've all kind of been by the wayside. In fact, I think even one of the sequels that was proposed for Roger Rabbit 2 had Mickey and Roger in a sort of buddy comedy thing.
I would have loved that. Actually, you know what I would have loved if they had that and Bugs Bunny, but that'd be a whole property lawsuit thing. Well, not lawsuit, but like
the
legal contract
requirements for that would just be ridiculous.
Although I will say when Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse shared the screen time, that was one of my favorite moments.
Still never been done again. First and only time. And that's, in a way, I almost hope they wouldn't, because that just makes that moment all the more magical when you see it as a kid.
It does, but it's just, I'm not going to dedicate a podcast right now on this mini to talk about it, but the whole like fair use and property protection, copyright, it's a mess nowadays. Really sucks out the fun of creativity these days. But anyway, with that being said, you say that's about all we have on the DuckTales announcements?
I believe so far, and I can't wait for September.
I can't wait either, man. I'm super excited for this. I've been watching a lot of shows and movies that have been getting me down, and by gosh, I could really use some DuckTales to get my life shining again.
God, you really can.
All right, guys. Well, I want to thank Marc for coming back on to this podcast mini to talk about one of our favorite shows coming up.
My pleasure.
And I want to have you all know, let me know, everyone know in the comment section below. Let us know your thoughts on the recent announcements for the DuckTales second half of season 2 coming on up.
And who hasn't been listed yet, who do you think could be coming?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Who do you think that, if you're in the Goofy episode, do you think we'll get Max? Do you think we'll get Pete, or will it just be Goofy? Who do you think? The doors are flung open right now.
Yes, let us know in the comment section below. Who would you like to see in the upcoming DuckTales universe?
Oh, you know what's weird? If I may cast my vote right now?
Go ahead.
I think just because Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers is in it, and it's not being bogged down by the fact that Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers was set in a world where there were humans, I think there's a good chance we could at least see a cameo of Bonkers as like a cop. Or just a private detective or something.
Yeah, you never know.
And just not worrying about the whole he's a toon in the Roger Rabbit-esque world kind of plot.
Sure, I mean, he could just be a psychopath.
Yeah, but that too, for all I know.
I mean, like, I think Bonkers should be okay. I mean, he doesn't really have that Bubsy vibe to him.
No.
So I think you'll be okay there. But yeah, let us know in the comment section below any of your thoughts regarding what we talked about, what you want to see, and yeah, let us know. And be sure to give this video a like if you made it this far and you enjoyed our comments. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget, if you want to support me, please consider going to my Patreon at patreon.com/Matt Sella. Consider donating as little as $1 a month, maybe a little bit more. Whatever it may be goes towards my animation, art, podcast, content made just for you. As I like to say here, folks, this is Matt.
This is Marc.
And I want to thank you all for tuning in.